You're tuning into
You're now tuning into
CodenameZ. Good morning, afternoon, night, dusk, dawn.
Hey everyone.
Welcome to week six.
Yeah, week 6
of the podcast. I am Basil Anthony.
I'm Tyrone.
And you are listening to CodenameZ, the podcast.
Welcome back, guys. So what's the topic for today?
So the topic is, have you seen Lizzo's new song?
I
Lizzo's
like the
new
song.
video.
And the video.
With Bacardi
Bacardi. You're Bacardi.
Bacardi B and Ms. Lizo. Yes, they did drop a new song and visual. And it's been a while. It's coming. I knew it was coming.
Right,
Lizzo kept talking about it. But we're actually not here to, we're here to talk about Lizzo in a sense, but we're not here to talk about Lizzo. I kind of want to talk about the perception Lizzo has been getting just recently. You know, Lizzo is like a huge person on, no pun intended.
I was about to say, where are you going with that? Because that is so disrespectful.
No pun intended. I am also from the Chunky Monkey Society.
Chunky Monkey.
So, yes, we are. But Lizzo, Lizzo is really huge on TikTok right now. And if you have seen some of the comments and like the things people post about her and stuff like that, you will know that it's a little wild. It's a little disrespectful. And I kind of just want to talk about the way different body types or the way different like types of people in general in the entertainment industry are presumed to be and how they're judged. And like Lizzo is the perfect example of the things that they say, like I know Lizzo doesn't really feed into the comments very much, but you can see that like obviously they do hurt feelings after a while,
right.
And it's it's like, for what reason do they is it a reason why you have to be so nasty and so rude to her for no reason? But it's like it's all because of the way her body looks, and it's like, oh, why are you putting like it's a fear of like a fat body,
right,
and that's really irritating. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think, first of all, it's very disrespectful. And, I don't know. First of all, you see it especially just in society in general. You have all these standard molds of beauty that really came from European beauty standards. So white, skinny, and blonde hair was kind of what was considered the ideal beauty standard. And anything outside of that mold is not considered beautiful. It's just kind of crazy to me. You would think in 2021, when we came this far, and like everything, our perceptions on everything, you would think that we would be way beyond fat shaming people. You would think, but we're obviously not. And it's just really sad and I'm like, what really makes me so angry is that everyone has an insecurity, whether it could be your skin, it could be your hair texture, your weight, your teeth. Yeah, everybody has something, or it could be emotional insecurities, whatever it is. So I'm like, you go up there and you talk about someone for being big and you fat shame them, you bully them on the internet. But what if someone were to take one of your insecurities and shame you about it? You know what I'm saying? Like, why don't they think of it like that? Yeah,
they won't like that. If I come and you have crooked teeth and you're like, oh, you're so rude to me. But it's like, but you can sit there and call Lizzo all types of fat this, and you don't want to see this on your timeline, X, Y, and Z. But at the same time, if someone like Beyonce or Cardi B or Normani does the same exact thing that Lizzo does and walks around scantily clad, as they say, little bikinis, butt out, boobs out, everything else, it'll be nothing wrong with it, because in your mind, this is what's attractive, and whatever Lizzo is or whatever anyone else is, it's ugly. It's
exactly,
and it bothers me because why does fat equal ugly? Because you ever seen I know a lot of TikToks about that, when someone's like, oh, I had to really lose weight, and then they're like, oh, you're so beautiful. And like the clapback always is, I never said I was ugly.
Right.
I just said I was fat.
Right.
So why'd you go to
say that?
Oh, you're beautiful. I didn't say I was ugly.
Yeah, you shouldn't. Like I always say, when it comes to weight loss, if you are losing weight for your own, first of all, I feel like you should always want to lose weight for your own reasons, whether they're health reasons or maybe you're just your own fitness goals. You shouldn't let other people's image of you dictate that. And I always say, when you realize that you're beautiful at the weight that you are, I feel like it helps the weight fall off quicker if you're dieting extra because you're doing it for the right reasons and you're taking that pressure off yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. And I'm like, yeah, no one is, I hate that. Or like the saying that, oh, she's pretty for a big girl. Or like, he's pretty for a big, I'm like,
I mean, you hear that
pretty, right?
It's like, oh yeah, she's pretty for a big girl. She's pretty for a dark skinned girl. She's pretty for It's like, no, she's just pretty.
Yeah, just that's point blank.
Point blank, period, right then and there. That part, as the kids say, she's pretty.
Right.
Leave it there.
Exactly.
You know, it's like, why does it have to be, oh, because she's pretty, oh, for this specific reason. Oh, she's pretty because X, Y, and Z. And it's like, that's, you know, and this is not to throw shade, but sometimes it does bother me when you see these kind of comments because then you look at, you know, and not trying to say someone's family, but like, you'll see these comments like, oh, well, my girl could never look like this, and my girl, and I'm like, I'm not trying to say your mother is ugly. Wait. No, I'm not trying to like. I'm not saying I think everyone has a beautiful family, X, Y, and Z. But it's like think in a sense that like someone's saying this to your family or to your mom. You know, you grew up and you love your mother and everything. And sometimes your mother might not be the skinniest,
right? You
know, but it's like, so what if you were walking in the street and some man started like yelling at your mom, like, "Ooh, put that body back in the house. Why are you out here like that?"
Right.
Now you want to fight someone.
Exactly.
So it's like, you know, think before you speak. And if you're going to sit there and say something about someone,
right,
you know, because of the way they look body wise, it's like, think of everyone in your life that may look like that. Because I don't think you come from a family of supermodels. And even people who now have these beautiful families, half of them went to Dr. Miami.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. And it's like, yeah, first of all, it's like everyone is being held to these certain beauty standards that are most of the time artificial. Like, for example, like I do photography. On Photoshop, I can do a lot. Like, I can edit away.
Promote yourself.
Thank you. Pope Photography. See me online.
You'll find the links in our link tree.
Yes,
on the Instagram profile. Follow us on Instagram, CodenameZ. Always be plugging. Keep
exactly.
Going.
So yeah, but like on Photoshop, like literally, I had Photoshop images before, and it's just like
not for me, just
but like literally, like you can have like a piece of fat sticking out of a bikini, and you can literally take that away with Photoshop. So, or even with makeup, like makeup now can change literally your whole face for like. You can have a different nose, a different chin, a different men airbrush on abs now. Like, so
okay. The airbrushing on abs just never work out. Let's just put that out.
Yeah, because you can't stop doing that. If you don't swim, you can't get in the water. You just gotta sit there.
Yeah, just stop doing that.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. It's just like you're holding people up to these beauty standards that. One, first of all, you as the critiquer don't even live up to yourself. Like, you think because you throw in weave or you have a fresh outfit, that means that you're better than someone. But I'm like, how can you sit there and make fun of someone's hair or this and that, and your hair looks the same? You just have on a weave. No, I'm just saying. But that's what I'm saying.
Drag them.
So it's like you're holding up people to these standards that, one, you don't even live up to because they're unrealistic, and that the people you're looking at on TV have $1 million makeup artists, professional photoshoppers, and surgeons, everything. So it's like, what are we talking about here? Like,
and it's funny. I don't know if I don't remember the exact name of this movie with us, but I remember we watched it in high school for me. You didn't have the same class. But it was something into the male gaze or something like that. I forget the exact name of it. I don't know if you guys watched it or not.
I don't know. What class was that?
And that was for me, mass media.
Oh yeah.
Okay. But actually, I think I watched a bit of it back in college as well. Right. But there was just it was a video of this woman, and she's like I remember she put a picture on the screen, and she's like, look at this woman, isn't she beautiful? And she's like, I wish I looked like that. And the gag was. That was her. She's like, even I don't look like this. And she was showing.
Ooh, this sounds familiar. I feel like we might have watched it in college.
Yeah, why not?
And like in one of my psych classes.
And it was like, you know, she showed the process of photoshopping and the photoshopping they had did to her to, you know, elongate her neck and, you know, make her cheeks a certain way and make her eyes bigger and stuff like that.
Right.
And she's like, this woman's beautiful. I'm not that woman.
Right.
And I even remember, like, you know, even though she's strange now, but YouTuber, you have no idea who I'm talking about. Trisha Paytas, do you know who that is?
No, I don't.
Oof, drag her.
Oof,
wow.
Okay,
Trisha, honey, I am so sorry.
Whatever, I just don't know.
Anyway, but no, so I know there was a video that H3H3 named Ethan Klein. He's another YouTuber. I know he did a video about like Instagram versus reality.
Right.
And it was a video. I mean, and she was involved in it.
Uh-huh.
And he was showing like, oh, like this is what she looks like on Instagram. This is what she looks like in real life. And it was just showing that even though Trisha is not an ugly person, obviously when you present yourself on social media or anything like that, you're going to make yourself look the best you can.
Right.
And there's differences to that in general. But it's not like, I'm not going to go and start calling her ugly in the streets. It's because she's a beautiful girl. She just obviously did something to show herself off in a better light. And to see Lizzo, and I think it's really powerful to see Lizzo kind of just putting her own natural face, her own natural body out there. Like, this is not, this is not who I am. I am not this, I have curves, I have lumps, I have X, Y, and Z. It's because this is a real body. This is my real body.
Right.
So I'm not going to sit there and show it, but it's like, like you was kind of saying earlier, let's take the filters off of half of y'all photos.
Right.
And it's like, you have a different face, you have a different hair texture, you have different everything else.
Right.
But no one's saying anything about you because, we see you in real life. But no one's, I'm not going to comment, oh, wow, now your skin looks really clear. Then you have acne? It's like, what's the purpose of that? Because the picture looks nice. So all I can say is, great picture. Moving on. Right. But I don't understand why it just seems like when people are in the entertainment industry, it's needed to, point out, well, that's not what she looks like. I mean, even Cardi B. Cardi B is in amazing shape, even though she has some modifications.
Yeah, she admitted to that, yeah.
And even then, like, they picked the worst photo of her.
I like the modifications. I don't know what to like the modifications.
But it's like, and they found like the worst picture of her without makeup. And they're like, oh, look at Cardi B. And I'm like, again, Cardi B without makeup is not ugly.
Yeah, she's not at all.
If I walked to see your house at 5 a.m. and just snapped some random pictures of you walking to the bathroom, you would look the same way, I'm guessing. It's like, there's a difference between, what they put out there and what they look like or whatever. But it's not anyone else's reasoning to sit there and like judge them or call them out. And like, even though we're kind of hopping on the Lizzo train here, but like, it's not just that. They look at celebrities, oh, they have like, weird thumbs. Oh, they have weird legs. Oh, her teeth are this. Oh, this. And it's like, none of us look perfect.
And that's what it's like. Yeah, like you're right. They will body shame. Oh, sorry. But you are done.
No, keep going. No, go, girl.
We talked for like 20 minutes, but
okay. Wow. Okay. Whose name is first on the podcast? Oh, okay. Anyway,
I didn't know any of our names on the podcast. Anyway,
you made the cover photo. Oof! Yikes! Go ahead. Time's ticking.
Whatever. Anyway, so I lost my train of thought. Thanks a lot. Okay. Oh, I think it's coming back. Oh yeah, so they will body shame people for anything. Like, there's a YouTuber that I really like. Her name is Raven Elise, and she constantly talks about how she gets body shamed for being too skinny. Like, she's very thin, and people like, girl, if you don't put some meat on your bones, walking sticks and stuff. And she was saying like, sometimes when it comes to weight, people's bodies have sometimes a natural affinity to certain weight, so it's hard to either lose weight or gain weight. Like, she was like, I promise I eat. She said, sometimes I eat too much and there's nothing that's happening. Like, so she's like, she can't control that. And that's why she has like done like trying to build muscle and stuff like that. But it's like, they will body, like, you're either too fat, you're too skinny. Like, they want you to be right perfect in between. And who says what that is? Like, what is the perfect in between?
It's like it's your own image of what's perfect in between. And a lot of these body types, some of them are just not obtainable. Right. Some of them, like, you want to look like Jessica Rabbit, you want to look like, a Barbie doll, but then like the actual dimensions.
Yeah, first of all, Barbie dolls are not what you call anatomically correct.
No, like if you were built the way Barbie or Jessica Rabbit is, your abdomen's gonna snap in half.
Right, you'll fall, like, you literally fall over. Like,
so it's like, none of these are obtainable.
Right.
And it's like, yes, the media has put this image out there of like, well, this is what the perfect body. Do you remember? There's a. I'm going to get back to this because we're getting ready to go to break.
Oh yeah, I have some.
But there's a famous news segment where they're like, oh, the world's most perfect nose. And do you remember it was like black?
I feel like
and they were like, oh, the perfect nose is like this kind of rotated. And I think it was like one of the royals' cake, whatever. Like, she has the most perfect nose, and then they turned the camera, and there's like the two black people just looking at them like, girl, like,
bye.
Like, well, who said that this perfect nose rotation is the most perfect? Oh,
right. But we'll get into this conversation more right after this sponsor.
Yay!
Yay!
Truth is, I'm tired of no sponsorships. Okay, I'm gonna stop that because we're gonna get sued by Tamla Man. Let's not do that. But yes, we are no longer sponsored still. So if you would like to sponsor us, please click the links in the bio, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and anywhere else you can find us, and sponsor us. Now back to the podcast.
And welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that sponsor.
I hope you did too. I mean, those vocals were lovely. Lovely vocals.
Oh my gosh. But I guess to jump back, and one point that I wanted to make with Lizzo is that, like, and I remember at one point Jillian Michaels did this too. Like, people are trying to say that she is kind of like trying to promote being fat, or that she's saying that being overweight is a good thing or it's a healthy thing. And the thing is, like, first of all, she never ever said that. All she was saying is that.
Also, I like that. Promoting being fat, like people are just not just naturally fat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, it's not like a trend because jump on everyone's like, let me go to McDonald's.
Right,
hey.
Lizzo looks so cute, big. Let me go get some big, like, what?
Go gain 200 more pounds.
Yeah, what? It's just like that's not how that worked. And it's like, and first of all, like she said she never said that she didn't want to lose weight. She just trying to promote people not shaming people when they are a bigger weight. Like, that's where she's pretty much like being happy with the body you have, even if you're still gearing towards being skinnier or something. Like, and just because someone is big doesn't mean they're unhealthy. Because
thank you,
I would like to say, and no offense, because I love this other person too, but I still remember, I believe it was the Grammy Award, and Lizzo, even if people say she's unhealthy and stuff, she was up there dancing, blowing a trumpet and everything, and singing.
Not a trumpet. I think it was like a flute.
Oh, it was a flute? I said a trumpet.
Not a whole trumpet. Wow. Not a Lizzo stand, I see.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, she was sitting there doing, first of all, singing, dancing, and a wind instrument. You know how much breath that takes, and she barely looked winded. There goes. But then on the other hand, Ariana Grande, I love her dearly. No, I'm just saying, I love her dearly, and I love her performance, but she's a lot smaller than Lizzo.
She's a little breathy.
And she got a little winded when she was doing the dancing part. But that's why I'm just saying, like, just because someone is skinnier doesn't necessarily mean they're more fit than a bigger person.
She was trying.
Yeah. I loved her performance, but yeah, she was a little winded after that dancing part. Which dancing and singing is a hard thing to do. Like, even the most fit person would probably be winded while dancing and singing.
That much either. She was really
okay. All right. See now, he trying to drag you because I was just making a point.
It was just like walking up steps and getting on that bed. I think at a point, and she was just up there like
no, and I think she did a 1-2 step.
Yeah, I can do a 1-2 step.
Okay, now she's Sierra. She did a 1-2 step.
But yeah, I was like, ooh, Ari, tried it.
But that's just the point I wanted to make. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally like, you can be unhealthy anybody type. I know, like, people were bringing in the fact that, like, Lizzo, I don't know if she, like, permanently is vegan or she's just doing it for a while or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I know she's vegan now. And everybody, I know a lot of people were like, well, how are you so fat if you're vegan? If you're supposed to be vegan? I'm like, again, like you were saying, healthy does not mean skinny. Right. There are a lot of people who, like, if you think, like, for me, like, I'm a heavier set individual. I guess so are you, I guess. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Sort of, kind of. Yeah, okay. He's shaking.
I look about
no belly here.
3 months pregnant right now.
That's 3 months. I'm working on it. 72 days. So no, like, or 72 months. I said 72
I'm about to say 72 days.
Drag myself. But, no, it's like, it's like, I'm a heavier set person, and, like, I have been heavy set my entire life. Almost like, if you look at baby till now, I have been heavier set. And I've gone through times where it's been like crash dieting. I've gone through other things I don't discuss and stuff like that. But it's always kind of come back to, I have been around the same weight, if not give or take a certain amount of pounds. And for the most part now, I work out at home. I don't go to the gym as much because it's far away and it's a heat wave in Philadelphia.
Oh yeah, the heat is.
And I'm sorry, I'd rather be
I
fat
feel like
than
we live in Las Vegas this last week.
But yeah, I used to go to the gym a lot more often. But I do in-home workouts. I try to eat as healthy as I can. Like, I think I only eat out maybe like once every 2 weeks, maybe.
Right.
And it's like, okay, I'll get some Chinese food or whatever. But I drink water for the most part. I have my times where I want to drink soda, but I'll substitute.
Right.
But it's like, for the most part, like, if you look at what I eat in a day, it's not unhealthy.
Yeah.
Always have just been a bigger person. And like many people in my family are genuinely just bigger people.
Yeah.
And it's not like because we're not trying. It's not like I'm just sitting at home like just scouring down McDonald's Big Macs or whatever. It's like I'm eating real meals. I'm trying to, substitute or whatever. I'm just how it works.
Right. And it's just like, and first of all, there's a lot of like research that's going in now where it's like doctors and researchers are kind of discovering that there may be a genetic link to obesity. Like, not necessarily like, okay, your genes mean that you can never be skinny, but there is evidence that people have a predisposition to certain like weight gain. So it's like you may eat a certain amount of food, and the way your genetics is, a next person can eat the same amount and they won't gain as much as you based on, or like your body type and stuff like that. So there is some evidence that shows that it's not really just these people being lazy and want to eat all day. Like there is like genetic components to this too.
Yeah, and like that's the only thing that always used to bother me. Like I know for like the longest time, like going through college and whatever, I used to always have like I never like to eat out by myself,
right?
Because I'm always thinking like I'm really self-conscious of like what I'm having,
right?
Because it's like I don't want someone to look at me and think, oh, this is why he's this way. So it's like going out to eat, I'm like, I want some spaghetti, but like I don't want to be sitting with a plate of spaghetti by myself because it looks awkward. So like it was for a while. I know like in school, like either I would eat very small or eat like very little portions in public and I would still be hungry, or I would just, end up going back home, which, or going back to like my dorm was something that now turns out to be unhealthy. And it was a really unhealthy relationship with like, kind of binging because I didn't want to go out and eat. So I would just bring a whole bunch of things home and then try to just have it that way.
Right.
And whether it's healthy or not, it was just unhealthy the way I was doing it. So I learned later on, to not think that way.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just irritating.
And one other thing I kind of wanted to bring up, because like when you talk about like where does all these body shaming, body image issues, like I remember one time in one of my classes, I think it was like a psych class, we discussed how like these body image issues can start really young, especially from things like the media. Like, for example, we discussed Disney Channel and like Nickelodeon and certain shows that literally have like shows. It would be like, say it's a show about a middle schooler, like a ninth grader. It's like these young high school kids, but then all the actors, when you really look them up, they're like 23 years old. So then you're starting body image issues because us as average actual 13-year-olds are looking at our bodies and like, why don't I look like that? I don't have a mustache. I don't have a beard. Or a girl might be like, I don't have boobs like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it starts from young, comparing ourselves to an unrealistic standard because we don't have those things because we're not freaking 23 years old. Like,
oh my god! Like yes, listen, I was a Disney kid and like watching some of those shows. Like I'm like thinking, oh, when I get to high school, I'm gonna be this tall, I'm gonna be this size, I'm like X, Y, and Z. And I got to high school and I'm like,
I don't look like a child.
I don't look like Jason Dolly. Like what's going on here?
Yeah, and it's just like because first of all, I mean, people hit puberty at different ages. Like you have some people in high school who literally look like they could be my father, and then you have some people who look like me who literally probably still look like a child until like senior year in high school. So it's just like I don't know. It just starts from a young age. Like even I had brought up an example in class about our senior photos, Prestige, the company, and when you buy their biggest package, like with I guess like their top package with the photos or whatever, it comes with premium retouching. And I remember I got the photos and they literally, I mean, it was pretty good retouching. Like I had like a pimple that it like my skin was smooth. I didn't have my braces on, but they could even remove braces and all that stuff. So it's like I was like airbrushed. Like I looked like I was magazine ready with that. But then I remember telling my professor that and she was like, she didn't really think that's good because it's like really like a graduation picture. She said, me personally, with my children and myself, she was like, I want to look back and see the acne that they had. Like, I want to see them looking like how they actually looked at that time and, in their life. But now it's like,
look like you stepped off kids. Harper's Bazaar.
Right. Right. So I'm like, it starts early, but
I think we're close to see. Let's just get into what's irking us this week.
I'm trying to think. It was a few things. You go first while I decided you have yours ready. Here we go. Because last week's rant.
Okay, thank you. Anyway, because I didn't ask you. This week's rant is going to be about miserable people.
Oh, that's a good one.
Miserable people. So I'm gonna. This is not to anyone in particular.
Sure.
If the shoe fits, what's up, Cinderella? No, this is about those people who I just think they're just like their personality is based off of social media, and when they see someone genuinely having a good time and they have to do something or say something or comment something that is negative or can be taken as shady, right. I don't know how to explain this, but like I don't go out very often. But when I do, I'm like, I'm going out and having fun with different friends, having, X, Y, and Z.
Right.
And I've noticed there are some people that I've muted a lot of people on my social media, so I don't really see their posts. Right. But I've noticed that when I go out to kind of do something, you see those like little kind of shady posts, and it's like, oh, y'all just go anywhere or whatever. Like, it's like little stuff where it's like, what is this? Is this towards me? Or like if I post, I know for a while I had a friend who used to do this and it was really irritating. But like I would post when I cook. Like I'm not a chef, but I would post and I would be like cooking and stuff. And I remember this person would like go on Twitter and they're like, it's like, oh, I wish I would stop posting y'all nasty food, or I wish I stopped posting da 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 da. And it was like, I'm sorry, are you so upset with your own life right now that you see someone posting something and you're like, and first of all, my food's never nasty. Thanks so much. But like you see someone having a good time and you have to go post something like, oh, y'all just go anywhere. You see someone posting and they have food and it's like, oh, I wish y'all stopped posting it. I wish you stopped being so negative. I wish you had happiness in your life. Yeah. And I wish that, I wish you all
negative Nancy's
the
and
best.
Negative Nates.
I wish you all the best in anything that you do. I will support you, X, Y, and Z. Get a life. Grow up. Stop being so damn negative. And, just be happy for people. Right. Move on with yourself. Right. Okay? Like, it's not necessary. And, like, it just makes you look stupid. Because, like, all this posting of, like, to make it seem like, well, I'm different. I'm this. You're a pick me and stop.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Move on. Do something. Get a job. Get a hobby. Get a career. Leave me alone. Anyway, go ahead.
I think I had another rant, but I think I'm going to go off kind of your posting thing. And one of the things that irk me is posting your drama on social media, or like posting your arguments, especially when it's related to close friends and family, on social media. Because I don't know, I just feel like, first of all, if you're really close to someone, whether it's a family member or a friend, you should be able to talk to them in person about whatever is going on. But once you go to social media and you start, and especially when you start saying disrespectful things, now it takes the whole argument to another level, because not only are you arguing about or upset about what happened, now it's a whole nother level of like, okay, now you tried to publicly embarrass me, or now you're publicly, trying to disrespect me. And it's just like, it would be so much easier to just pick up the phone. Like, I see a lot of people all the time, like something will happen in a family, and then 5 minutes later, I'm so disappointed with family. I can't stand when family does this and that. And first of all, okay, who is be specific if you want to post, or who is family? Like, and just like, who are you talking about? Or they post vague things, and it's like, okay, what are you even talking about? Because the person that you're upset with sometimes may not even really know you're upset with them, and you're posting these vague things, and they're going on in their life because they don't know that you're mad at them about something.
You're talking to yourself. You're
right.
talking to yourself.
Exactly.
You're having a one-sided argument with just you.
Right. So it's just like, I just wish that people would stop, or then I hate when people post vague drama and someone asks what's wrong, and then they be like, people need to mind their business.
You posted it
on, like, what, are you crazy? Oh my god!
Again, I'm gonna say, I think you've ranted about this before, but I'm gonna say, I love petty drama. I like to be involved.
No,
I like to see what's going on.
I really don't like.
I don't care because it's nothing in my life, but like I think it's kind of fun and interesting. I like to see it.
Like, it can be fun. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it can be interesting, but it ruins so many people's relationships, whether it's romantic, friends, family, and it's just like, while I'm getting a chuckle out of this, I don't want to see you sitting there ruining all your relationships in your life. Like,
it's very strange, and right. I just don't. I just don't like it when, like, if you're trying to kind of give this person and be like, okay, yeah, I think some things went a little wild. Let's talk about it. And then I go and look on Instagram and I see, you're just like, well, F this person. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, well, now I don't want to make up.
Right? Yeah, because you just did too much.
Like you did too much. You put it all out there. But it's like it's just speak up. Voice your opinions. But I think we're at the end of our half hour. We'll see you guys next week.
See you guys.
Bye. Bye.